Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome to Terminal 1, a game that could potentially become a new series, and if you guys enjoy it, and in this game, we get to build our very own airport. This is kind of like a business tycoon management game where we need to set everything up, build everything, manage all the logistics, the cargo, the maintenance, the passengers, and pretty much try and create a profitable airport. Now, if you guys do enjoy it, please smash the like button down below. If you want to see more of it, leave a comment saying Seniac Q4, play some more, and we'll do just that. Now, I'm excited for this. I don't quite know what I'm meant to do if there's a tutorial, but I'm kind of excited. So I think I'll put it on easy mode. We start with 25 grand cash and 25% operating costs. That's going to be interesting. Now, achievements are disabled on that, so maybe we'll go medium then, so I can at least try and get some Steam achievements, which gives me only 10 grand, which that feels quite scary. So I've got it on medium. We've got it with water activated. It did say with the water, if you don't have it activated, then utility costs are a little bit higher. So we have a lake. Right. Pretty good. I can now see, is this all the space I get to work with right now? Is the lake going to cause me issues with trying to build an airport? I don't know. We got quite a big bit of space right now. So I've already completed the first tutorial part. Second part of the tutorial is to build a runway. To build a runway, click on the construction menu on the left and select runway icon. You can use the R key to rotate. Click again to place. Right, so wherever I place my runway right now is going to pretty much determine where I build my airport. So I think I'll rotate. Do you reckon it's best to have it going across here like that? Maybe down by the water? What would be the best way to kind of do this? I'm assuming we can maybe eventually buy additional land. Maybe, I don't know. Shall I build the runway over here? And then I can add and extend additional runways. I think we'll go here. And then begin... No, but that don't give me too much space over there. If I built it here... Okay, I'm going to build it there. Build my terminal buildings over here. And I've got more space to expand that way. So let's just randomly drop it down. Bam. Right there. Now, if the runway just cost me 1,800, how am I going to be able to pay for the rest? You can zoom in with the Z and X, but I can also scroll as well. So, build an apron. The bars on the right show the demand for different types of aircraft. To satisfy the strong demand for cargo aircraft, build an apron from the construction menu. So, passenger, cargo, and maintenance services, there are demands. It's like playing City Skylines all over again, isn't it, boys? And cargo, we seem to have quite a lot of. So I've got to build an apron then, and I can build the apron coming off the ends of the runway. So build an apron from the construction menu. So how do I do this then? Is it like a way in which I do it? Entrance blocked. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Is the apron the stand? Am I getting confused with what the actual apron is? I think I might be. So if I placed the cargo or the apron here, right, and now I need to connect it up. Right, I got confused there for a slight second. The taxiway right now. So I'll use the middle one, and I'll do the same over on here, right, where they enter. I'll do this one here. And I've got to connect this up somehow. So if I brought this down to about a 50, and then if I brought that across, and then to there, right, this is where most of my money is going to be literally spent right now. Bam, bring you up to there. But of course, I've got to make it go out as well, right? So they'll land there, they'll come this way, they'll go in. And then if I bring that up by 50, we'll bring this down to there. Right. It's not the best system, but I'm assuming eventually I'll progress to building actual, stands where planes are able to push back. Right, it's a start, boys. It's a start right now. So, build an apron road entry. That's quite a long taxiway, but it's okay. But in the future, it's better if an aircraft can reach the aprons quickly. To allow deliveries to your airport requires an airport road entry, which can only be placed on the edge of the map. Oh, okay. So, I think we'll have it come from this direction. That seems reasonable for us. Or do I have it come from this way? Let it drive nearby the lake as we enter in. This might be a better option, a more scenic option. There we go. Nice. And now we're going to build a fuel depot. So cargo aircraft require a fuel depot. This building can be found in the construction menu. We'll need to connect to the roads, not the same as your taxiways, to use your apron. Right, okay, right, sweet. And can I just like freely place it? How does that then work? I think what I need to do is actually get the road coming a little bit further in. Oh, got to drag that there. So if that came running straight up like this, and I chose to go, okay, maybe a little bit further, and then going across like that, and then there, and then this is where we'll build all of our, hopefully our services. So I can attach this pretty much anywhere I want. I'm going to attach it just here. Nice. So we're going to have to make the road connect to it. So what we'll do, we'll come off this road here. So I'll make that my little junction there. Go across like that. And now we're in, baby. We are in. Right. Build a cargo depot. So the cargo depot, I'm assuming this is going to be an even bigger building, isn't it? Yes. Oh my goodness me. This is a huge building. So let's have this. And let's smack bang this. I mean, I want space to be also able to build more stands. So do I kind of put it there and then eventually have all this space over here for more of these stands? To me, that sounds about right. So I could place this here. Right, let's place that there. So now, congratulations, your airport is now open and the first flight is inbound. Keep an eye on your bank balance. Oh my goodness me, my first flight is here. You can find more information in the help menu shown. So finish the tutorial then. We actually do have a plane. Oh, wow, okay. So it is its destination is Philadelphia. Okay. Origin Hamilton. So why is it stopping here then? I'm not Philadelphia, am I? Or is it just stopping here to pick up some goods? I'm not too sure.
Arriving from Hamilton has landed.
That's kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. It is kind of cool. We get to watch it come in as well, which is pretty interesting. So if I zoom right in, what was my buttons to zoom in, by the way? There we go. We've got vehicles now on the way. We've got vehicles coming to drop the cargo off. There's a refueling truck just placed there. And I think we've got some vehicles right now coming to also take the cargo off, maybe. There's like an empty like cargo vehicle or whatever it is there. I'm not too sure. So we need to make cash. We need to make money. So if I go a little bit faster right now, I can see the downside of the plane having to drive such a far distance. It does kind of kill a little bit of time. But here we go. Here we go right now. We're going to zoom right in. And we can now see the plane being unloaded. So we'll fast forward. It's been refueled. And then the new cargo is going to go on the plane. So we get... I'm not sure how much money we get from this. Do we actually see the revenue coming in? Or do I have to wait for the plane to take off before I see the revenue? Right, that plane's then done, right? Is it then good to go? It's good to go. I've had $100 in income. Right. It doesn't seem like a lot, does it? But then here comes the second plane now arriving. So that first plane's now gone. Here comes the second plane. And am I only getting 100 big ones? Is that all I'm really going to be getting right now? Yes. So planes are just going to keep coming over and over. So, building management. Click on the building for more info on its state. What building are we talking about then? This building? We can add more stuff to it. Some buildings have options to modify the improvement. We can use another fuel truck in the fuel depot. Select the fuel depot and click the plus marker. So buy a vehicle for 200. There we go. You can also click on the aircraft vehicles and people to find information about the present state. Okay. So we could add more transporters. We've got 2 anyway. I feel like if I build a second apron, we would need more. We would need more. So other stuff over here. Then we got the upgrades menu, which allows us to add more stuff on. Different aircraft permits to get like bigger planes. Repeat fuel contracts, follow me cars, radio systems, maintenance. We got passenger terminal menu, which I don't have one yet. Policies requires an admin building. We got statistics. Where's my statistics? Oh, available in 2 days. The finance menu, where we can sell the airport, we can get loans, make a subsidiary. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. There's a lot of stuff to do. There is a lot of stuff to do. So I now need to wait till the next day before anything happens. So next day we'll skip. And I just got a bunch of Steam achievements at the same time. So upgrades. Upgrades are essential for efficient and profitable airport. They can be selected from the upgrades menu. Okay. Upgrades are essential. Right, sweet. Right, I've selected it. What do you want me to do now? Tutorial. They can be selected from the upgrades menu. Circular economy raises the refund value from 25 to 50% when decommissioning buildings. Ooh. Approach lights. So allows building of lights and runways, further increasing the aircraft's speed when landing by 10%. These lights will be built by clicking on the runway. Right. Did I do it? I think I did it right. Did it get implemented? Well, I've bought an upgrade, which is pretty sweet. I bought an upgrade. Right, I think then we should maybe look towards... Oh, okay, if you right-click, you get rid of the UI. I think we should look towards building a second apron, maybe, because, yeah, I'm making profit, but that's really all I'm doing at the minute. It's not really much. One plane lands, another one takes off. One plane lands, another one takes off. So we are looking like we're sticking to the cargo aspect at the moment until we get enough revenue coming in. So if I was to build a second apron then, it's 800 big ones to build a second one. Let me rotate this. And can I build it here? Area unclear. So I can build this right next door. I think because I've got the road implemented there, so that's fine. We'll build here. And then we need to get the taxiway set up. There we go. So that should now allow me then to have multiple planes landing at once, right? I believe so. I believe so. So we've got a plane there and a plane there, yes. Now this might stress out my workload a little bit now. It might stress it out, but we'll see. We'll see how quickly we can turn them around. It's a case of we might need more vehicles. I've got 2 refueling vehicles, which is okay, but we are using 2 of the transportation trucks for the cargo. So I could get a second or 2 more, and that will help me then load and unload 2 cargo planes all at the same time. Now, I've got to be careful because I am going to be running out of money. I've got 1,600 right now. We did make a gross profit of 414, but after everything I spent, we almost lost 900 on the day. Right, that plane's now left, so we'll skip to the next day, and then we'll see what this day brings for us. Right, there's our first plane landing right now. On the way over here. Vehicles are making their way over right now. And... are we going to see the other plane? There's a second plane there. The other vehicles are now on their way too. Right, good stuff, boys. Very good stuff right now. So, the goal is to try and make a profit, an overall profit on the day. So, another plane getting sorted out. These vehicles just keep arriving back and forth. And then we're making big dollar bills. So, we make 100 big ones every plane. So at the minute, my net profit is 116, 109 now. It all depends on when the expenses get spent. But now 202. So I think we could run a profit. But you've got to be careful because you can quite easily fall behind. Now, when it comes to this stuff, we have a fuel capacity. Does it eventually run out or are we okay? I'm not too sure, but it does give us our operating costs. So you've got to make sure that our operating costs are not too high. Now, cargo demand is slowly dropping down, so now we could start to argue passenger demand is creeping in. So I might build this part over here to be passengers once I can afford to do it. But I think until then, I think it's good to focus on pretty much building up our cargo area. So tug, when it requires a tug. Hangar, when it requires maintenance. Provides maintenance service to aircraft, required connection to vehicle depot with tugs. Okay. Airport road entry you got. Fire station. Okay. Solar farm. Ooh. Ah, it's used to offset though, isn't it? It's used to offset stuff. I don't think the solar farm generates us income, does it? I'm not sure if it does. Like, we can sell it back to the grid. That would be kind of cool. Admin building, allows some marketing, stuff like that. Anti-drone station. Oh, wow, to make sure no one's flying drones around the airport. One-way taxi, interesting. Bulldozer and concrete. Now, it would be nice to do the passenger stuff. We got a cargo depot, we got the apron, road, runway, taxiway, fuel depot, admin building. Right, how do I do passenger-related stuff then? So is this stuff that I will eventually have to upgrade? We'd made 550 big ones on the day net profit, so that's worked out really well for us. That really has. Raises refund, aircraft permit, fuel contracts, radio system. So I would like to know, I feel like I need the tutorial right now to be able to tell me how to do the passenger side of it. But until then, I can focus on just making sure that we've got enough. Can you determine this is going to be like just cargo? I'm not sure if you can or not. It might be just a case of it is what it is. It could be. Now, do we have enough money? I'm going to wait for this next day to pass by, and I'm going to delete this road. I'm going to drop 2 more stands in, put the road back in, and then add and upgrade the vehicles as needed, because I want to try and maximize the amount of planes that we can have, because we can have up to 5 in the airport at once. So I might as well just go for 2 more stands, and then just call it 4. And how much are they a pop, by the way? An apron is 800, so I need 1,600 just for the 2 aprons alone. Right, okay. Okay, boys, we're on that. We're on that right now. So just wait for that revenue to keep coming in. So it does look beautiful, this game, doesn't it? It really does. But I feel like I'm so basic at the moment. I'm so simple. But there is no demand for cargo. It's getting worse and worse. There is a maintenance demand though, so maybe what I should be doing is focusing on building the maintenance hangar. So 1,500 for this. It is quite expensive, but this will allow me to maintain the planes. So I might just build it over here, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, let's build it here to maintain the planes, or do I build it this way? No, we'll build it that way. And then we'll get some or do I build it there? Do you know what? I'm going to build it here facing that way. Or is that too far away? Or should I build it here? Oh, the decisions right now. Whatever I pick, it's going to be the wrong decision. I'm going to build it here. I like the idea of it fitting in perfectly, though. I'm going to build it there for the fun of it. So I've got to build the taxiway to it. And we'll just go across like that. I've got to build the road to it right now. Can the road? Yeah, the road can go across. Very good, very good. And then what am I then missing? I'm missing... oh, and then need to build a tug depot. Oh no, this might be bad news. Because a tug depot's 500 big ones. I just got a Steam achievement for having 25 planes take off. I need a tug depot, which means I need 100 big ones. Yeah, didn't quite think of that, did we? Didn't quite think of that right now. But that's okay. Let's go wait for these planes to come in right now. 100 big ones a pop. Right, I'll wait for both of these planes to be done. So, the maintenance thing is something that should technically earn me a bit more money, right? Theoretically, yes, it should. So if I built the tug depot then, and is this this connects to road. So I could build this. Can I not? What's the issue? Oh, area unclear. So if I built the tug thing, actually, let me extend the road. So if the road came across here and we brought this down, I should be able to build the tug depot then right here on the end, which we will. So that's done. That now allows me to have a tug come out. We've only got one tug. So we're now just awaiting an aircraft that does require maintenance. So this will be interesting right now. Do any of these planes require it? Oh, there we go. Plane coming in straight away. So how much do we get for a plane having maintenance? 100 big ones. Then it what? Oh, then it just flies off. Oh, so that's like the equivalent of having another stand. But because it's a different demand, it's not based on if the cargo numbers are low. Wow, okay. Okay, it's a very interesting setup for my airport right now, but it is learning about demands. That does now make a lot of sense. If I could reposition all this stuff, I would. I'm now starting to realize it's probably not the best of layouts. But I can now earn more money. I'm now able to earn more money. I can have 2 planes get loaded and unloaded and 1 plane get repaired. So if it starts bringing down the maintenance demand, it might then start bringing the cargo demand up a little bit more. Before I'm eventually ready to obviously implement the residential. Look at me, there's me thinking it's City Skylines. The passenger demand. Right, off that plane now goes. It's a simple airport. Very simple airport right now. But we're making progress. We are making some pretty good progress right now. So fuel management is deactivated. I'm not doing any fuel management services just yet. Should we be getting money for fuel sales? We're not getting money for fuel sales, are we? So is that something that I would have to then manage myself? We do have a fuel depot. But I am realizing we're not getting any money from fuel whatsoever. I require an admin building before I can do policies. And an admin building's going to cost me 1,000 big ones. So that might be the next goal then, to start selling the fuel to the planes. I suppose it's about trying to make as much money per plane as possible. That's the way to go forward, right? That really is. So off that plane goes. Should see another one land in just a minute. There we go. There's the next one. And then there's another one. And then will we see a third one directly after it? Yes! That's 300 big ones coming straight into your boy's airport right now. So vehicles on the way. Very good, very good. 100 big ones every so often. So right now it's a net profit of, once that plane's done, hold on, 484 big ones. Right, slow, steady process. As long as we kind of manage things, we should be all right. You can see the difference right now between easy mode from having 10 grand and 25 grand to start with. You can dramatically see the difference of how much progress we actually could have made. Right. Another day is almost done. 570 of big ones we've got in income so far, but again, there's more planes still making their way, so there's plenty of room here for me to make some additional revenue. Right. That plane's now done. Off it goes. I think another one's just landed as well. So far we're up to 614 big ones in profit on the day. But there is one more plane we got to take care of. And it wants some maintenance, baby. So my maintenance demand is slowly reducing, by the way. That is slowly getting lower and lower the more planes that we do sort out. And my cargo demand is... Oh, there we go. My cargo demand is now higher. So we will start to see lower and lower, or less and less maintenance planes coming in. All right, next day. We earned quite a decent amount of cash right there, but it's a brand new day and lots more money to be made. We need 1,000 big ones for a admin building, baby. All this so I can eventually start selling fuel, I'm assuming. That's what it's all going to be for. So if I zoom right out then, you can see my plane, my airport slowly coming together. How good does it now look? And I am at that stage right now where it is a little bit of a waiting game, because there's not really much I can do. I currently have 4 planes in the airport. 5 planes in the airport now. Wow, we're efficient. But all those are now going to start taking off, as you can now just see in the background. And then we should get maybe one more land if there's some maintenance, or maybe it could be a cargo plane landing. But there's another one coming in. Now, we've got 1,000 big ones, so do we drop the admin building now? It could be pretty interesting. I'm going to drop it. I don't want to build anything there because that taxi road is going to eventually make its way up. So I could just drop it. I might drop it here and then use the road to come off there to there, but also to connect those two up just there so they're all intertwined as one building. So I've got the admin building right now, which does have operating costs, and we can also do some advertising campaigns to kind of encourage a certain demand to grow. So if I've got that, then I can now do policies, can't I? So policies menu, and we're looking at fuel. Where's the fuel? So fuel management, when active, arrange fuel contracts to fill up depots and tanks. Upon refueling, aircraft will pay market prices, potentially yielding a profit. Right, I've activated that. So now I've got to manage things, right? So here's my fuel depot. There's my capacity. Do I now earn revenue? So here is the management. I currently have quite a bit. I'm filled to the brim. So I've got to do this myself now, don't I? So I don't want to do any ordering yet because obviously there's no need for me to. But theoretically, I should start earning... Yes, I had $45 in fuel sales right there. Nice. Okay. Okay, that's another stage. So we need to earn enough to pay for the maintenance costs or the operating costs of our building, our administration building. Otherwise, it wouldn't make commercial sense. You know what I mean? Right, let's see what this next plane here brings in then with its refueling. So 121 we made. Oh, 121 in fuel sales. Wow, we just got an extra 121 big ones off that plane. Now, what does that do for us in terms of fuel? It is dropping down, so would it be a case of I have to keep like doing an order every day? And how often would you reckon I need to be doing orders? We'll see. It's something that we can maybe order on the night, on the evening, ready for the next day. Wow, okay, so I've made more in fuel sales than anything else right now at the airport. That's ridiculous. Even if you combine the cargo and the maintenance revenue, we've still made more in fuel. So our reserves are running low. We cannot refuel aircraft, and our fuel trucks will stop operating. So click the fuel icon. So it is, I mean, what's this? Is this the demand or something like that? Oh, no, that's the price of fuel. Oh, okay. So if I bought fuel now, it would be kind of at like a reasonably high number. But let me do an order anyway, just to see what it will... Oh no, that's me dropping. Let me do an order just to see what it's like. So instant order. Amount, I'm going to take... So I've got 150 gallon capacity. I'm almost at halfway. So if I take... What is that noise? If I take 70% and accept, that will get fueled to there. So is that a fuel truck now arriving? It is. To refuel for me. So our reserves are running low. I've done that. A fuel truck is now on its way to the depot. Finish that. Sweet. So that puts me back up again. But we can at least see where fuel prices are to kind of make a judgment whether we do the order now or later. Obviously, the cheaper I buy it, the more profit there is for me than at that point. Right, this is management now, boys. Now we're getting somewhere with the management. Now we are. So we did spend over 1,000 big ones on refueling there. But we made 1,400 in profit. Not bad. Wow, fuel prices have skyrocketed, boys. They have skyrocketed. That's the highest ever so far. Yeah, you don't want to be refueling at those prices right now, do we? No, sirree. No, sirree, boys. Okay. So, this day should be a pretty good one then. And once we've got the fueling under control and the additional revenue coming in, we can then make a judgment on how we then work towards setting up the passenger. What are you? Oh, it's a drone. Someone's flying a drone over our airport right now. Oh, there's nothing I can do about it. That's why we need those anti-drone things, don't we? You know what I mean? Oh, no. But I think we've set ourselves up quite nicely for a second episode. So what's left to do now then? Well, we've got to get the fuel under control and understanding when to refuel. Prices have never been so high. And I'm less than 0.5% filled to the brim. Yikes. Hopefully those prices do come down. Once we've got the fuel under control and we're making even more profit, we can then focus on doing the passenger side of our airport. But there's so much stuff we've got to build, so much stuff we've got to upgrade, and so much stuff we've got to micromanage. This could be an interesting airport, boys. It really, really could. So I think we'll end it for here then, boys. If you did enjoy this episode, please smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new around here. If you want to see more episodes coming out, leave a comment, letting me know. And until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.